Hey, friends, welcome back. Take a deep breath with me for a second, because today's episode is not just about English, it's about rewiring your brain. Yes, you heard me right. Rewiring.
That word sounds big, right? Like some complicated science experiment. But actually, it's simple. Rewiring just means creating new paths in your brain. Imagine you're walking through a forest. At first, there's no path. It's full of bushes, hard to move. But every day you walk the same way, and slowly a clear path forms. That's what happens when you train your brain for English.
And here's the truth. Most of us were taught English in the hardest way possible. Memorizing, translating, repeating rules. No wonder it feels so heavy. But the exciting part, your brain is not stuck. It can change. It can adapt. It can be trained to think in English naturally.
Exactly. And today we're going to walk you through how that happens. We'll talk about why English feels so hard sometimes, how habits can trap us or free us, and most importantly, how you can start rewiring your brain today.
So, if you've ever felt frustrated, like, why can't I just speak fluently already? You're not alone. We've been there too. And this episode, it's going to give you hope. Real, practical hope.
Stay with us for the next 40 minutes because we promise, by the end, you won't just understand English learning differently, you'll feel it differently.
All right, let's be honest. Why does English feel so hard sometimes? I mean, you've studied for years, memorized grammar, even passed exams. But when it's time to speak, suddenly your brain freezes. Sound familiar?
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like you know the words, but they hide somewhere in the back of your head. And instead of speaking, fear shows up. Fear of being wrong, fear of being judged, fear of sounding silly.
Exactly. Fear is the first big reason English feels hard. Think about it. When you were a child learning your first language, you didn't care about mistakes. You just spoke. You laughed. You tried. You learned. But as adults, we carry this heavy backpack called fear, and it weighs us down every time we want to speak.
And then comes the second reason: habits. Our brains are like lazy teenagers. They don't want to work harder than necessary. So if your habit is translating from your native language into English, guess what? Your brain will keep doing that because it's easier, but it makes speaking super slow and stressful.
Oh, I used to do that all the time. Back when I was learning Spanish, I remember being in a cafe and someone asked me a simple question, ¿Quieres café? Do you want coffee? And instead of just saying sí, my brain went like English, translate into my language, translate into Spanish, open mouth. By the time I answered, the poor waiter had already walked away.
I can totally see that happening. And that's the third reason. Our brains get lazy. They're designed to save energy. Learning a new language, that's a lot of work. So your brain tries to pull you back into the comfort zone, Let's stay safe. Let's stay slow. Let's not embarrass ourselves.
But here's the thing, friends. English is not hard because you're not smart enough. English feels hard because of fear, habits, and the brain's natural laziness. That's it. It's not your fault.
Yes. And I want everyone listening right now to pause for a moment. Ask yourself, which one holds me back the most? Is it fear of mistakes? Is it bad habits like translating? Or is it just brain laziness? Naming it is the first step to changing it.
That's powerful because once you see the real reasons, English doesn't feel like a mystery anymore. It's not, I'm bad at languages. It's simply, my brain needs a new path. And that's something we can fix.
So take a breath, give yourself some kindness, and remember, you're not broken. You're just rewiring. And we're going to show you exactly how.
All right, let's talk about habits. You know those sneaky little things that run half of our lives without us even noticing? The truth is, so much of our English, good or bad, comes from habits.
Yes, habits are like invisible strings. They pull you in certain directions without you even realizing. For example, maybe every time you English, your first reaction is to translate in your head. That's not a conscious choice. It's a habit.
And habits form really simply. Step 1, there's a trigger. Step 2, there's the action. Step 3, there's the reward. Let me give you a silly example. Imagine you're bored, you pick up your phone, trigger, you scroll Instagram, action, you laugh at a funny video, reward. Boom, that's a habit.
Jason, you just described my evenings. But the same thing happens in language. The trigger could be hearing English. The action could be translating everything into your mother tongue. And the reward is, well, feeling safe. You didn't risk making a mistake. But the problem is, this habit keeps you stuck.
Oh, totally. I remember when I first moved abroad, my brain had the worst bad habit. Anytime someone spoke to me in the new language, my brain went into panic mode. I would think, okay, slow down, let me translate every single word. By the time I finished, the person was already staring at me like, are you okay?
That's so relatable. I had a student who told me, Julia, whenever I speak English, my brain feels like a slow computer. It's like it has too many tabs open. And you know what? That's exactly what bad habits do. They overload your brain.
Yes, but here's the good news. Habits can change. Our brains are flexible. Scientists call it neuroplasticity, but I like to call it rewiring. Every time you choose a new response, even a small one, you're teaching your brain a new pathway.
Think about it like this. Your old habits are like deep, muddy roads in a forest. Easy to follow, but messy and slow. Building a new habit is like cutting a fresh path. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but if you keep walking it, soon that path becomes clear and the old muddy road gets covered with grass.
Yes, and here's something fun. Habits aren't just formed by seriousness. They're formed by repetition plus emotion. That means if you laugh while practicing English, if you feel proud, if you enjoy it, you're wiring your brain even faster.
So, listeners, here's a little reflection for you. What's one bad English habit you've noticed in yourself? Is it translating? Is it avoiding speaking? Is it using the same 5 words again and again? Just notice it. That's step 1.
Because once you see it, you can start changing it. And trust me, you're not stuck with your old habits. You're just one small daily choice away from a brand new English brain. All right, so we've talked about bad habits and how they sneak into our brains. But here's the golden question. How do we replace them with good ones? The answer is daily practice, not giant, scary 4-hour study marathons, just small, consistent, human moments.
Yes, and let me say this clearly. Daily doesn't mean boring. It doesn't mean locking yourself in a room with grammar books until your brain cries. It means building little English moments into your life that feel natural, fun, and alive.
Let's start with listening. Most learners underestimate it. They think listening is passive. No, listening is like charging your phone. Without it, your English battery dies. So make listening part of your daily world.
Exactly. Listen while you cook, while you walk, while you clean your room. Pick things you actually enjoy. Stories, podcasts, songs, even YouTube videos. And here's a challenge for you right now. Take one line from this podcast, just one. Play it back, pause, repeat it aloud exactly as we said it. Notice the rhythm, the melody. Congratulations, you just shadowed. That's a powerful listening exercise.
Yes, and if you felt a little silly repeating out loud, perfect. That means you're doing it right. Which brings me to the next daily practice, speaking aloud to yourself.
Oh, Jason, this one is so powerful. Speaking out loud to yourself is like going to the gym for your mouth. You don't need a partner every single time. You can describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee. I'm opening the window. It sounds simple, but it trains your brain to produce English automatically, without panic.
I used to do this all the time when I was learning. I'd walk down the street talking to myself. Okay, Jason, today you're going to the store. You need milk. Don't forget milk. People thought I was crazy, but hey, my language got strong.
Same here. And here's a tip. Don't just speak flat words. Add emotion. Say it with drama. I'm making coffee. Say it like it's the most exciting thing in the world. Why? Because emotion locks the words in your memory.
Beautiful. And now, my personal favorite, journaling. Writing just a few sentences every day in English is like giving your brain a mirror. You see your thoughts in this new language.
Yes. And journaling doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need Shakespeare-level poetry. Just write what you feel. Today, I was tired. I miss my friends. I feel proud of myself. It's about honesty, not perfection.
Here's a mini challenge for our listeners. Tonight, write 3 sentences in English. Just 3. That's it. And if your grammar isn't perfect, who cares? You're not building a grammar test, you're building a habit.
And if you want to go deeper, try future journaling. Write about tomorrow as if it already happened. For example, today I spoke English confidently with my colleague. Even if it hasn't happened yet, writing it tricks your brain into believing it's possible.
Oh, that's powerful, because when your brain believes, your body follows.
So here's the recipe. Listen daily, speak out loud daily, journal daily. Even if it's just 5 minutes each. These little practices are like drops of water. Over time, they carve deep rivers of fluency in your brain.
Exactly. Don't underestimate the small things. English rewiring doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens in hundreds of tiny daily practices that add up to transformation. All right, so we've talked about daily practices. Now, let's sharpen our tools. Because imagine you're building a house. If you only use your bare hands, it'll take forever. But with the right hammer, the right saw, it's faster, easier, and even fun. English is the same.
Yes. And I want to say this first. Tools are helpers, not masters. Don't fall into the trap of downloading 25 apps, staring at them, and then feeling guilty because you didn't use them. That's not learning. That's collecting digital trophies.
Exactly. I call it app hoarding syndrome. So let's keep it simple. Use 1 or 2 good apps consistently. For vocabulary, maybe Anki or Quizlet. For conversation, HelloTalk or Tandem. But remember, the app doesn't learn for you. You learn by using it.
Right. Think of apps as the gym equipment. The dumbbell won't make your muscles strong if it just sits in the corner. You have to pick it up, sweat with it, repeat.
Now, my favorite technique, shadowing. Oh, this one is magic. It's like karaoke for your brain.
Yes. For anyone new, shadowing means you listen to a sentence in English and you repeat it immediately, like an echo. Not just the words, but the rhythm, the tone, the music of the voice.
Let's do a quick demo right now. I'll say a line, and you, the listener, repeat it exactly as I say it. Ready? I believe in myself. Pause. Say it again with me. I believe in myself. Feel how your mouth moves. Feel the confidence in that rhythm. That's shadowing.
And the beauty of shadowing is it doesn't just teach words, it teaches flow. You start sounding natural, not robotic. It's like dancing in English.
Exactly. Now, the third tool, immersion. This doesn't mean flying to London tomorrow. It means bringing English into your daily life. Change your phone settings to English. Watch your favorite show in English, no subtitles, or with subtitles in English only.
Yes. Or put sticky notes on things around your house. Mirror, door, fridge. Suddenly, your home becomes a mini English world. And here's the fun part. Your brain starts accepting English as normal, not foreign.
When I was learning Spanish, I even started dreaming in it. Not because I lived in Spain, but because I flooded my environment with the language. That's the power of immersion.
And I'll add one more tool. Record yourself. I know it feels awkward at first, but when you record your own voice speaking English and play it back, you'll notice progress you never saw before.
So let's summarize. Apps are helpers, not losses. Shadowing builds rhythm and flow. Immersion makes English your daily air. Recording shows you your growth.
These tools aren't heavy textbooks. They're light, practical, and alive. And if you use them every day, even for 10 minutes, your brain will slowly, beautifully rewire.
Exactly. Don't underestimate the small things. English rewiring doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens in hundreds of tiny daily practices that add up to transformation. All right. So we've talked about daily practices. Now let's sharpen our tools. Because imagine you're building a house. If you only use your bare hands, it'll take forever. But with the right hammer, the right saw, it's faster, easier, and even fun. English is the same.
Yes, and I want to say this first. Tools are helpers, not masters. Don't fall into the trap of downloading 25 apps, staring at them, and then feeling guilty because you didn't use them. That's not learning. That's collecting digital trophies.
Exactly. I call it app hoarding syndrome. So let's keep it simple. Use one or two good apps consistently. For vocabulary, maybe Anki or Quizlet. For conversation, Hello Talk or Tandem. But remember, the app doesn't learn for you. You learn by using it.
Right. Think of apps as the gym equipment. The dumbbell won't make your muscles strong if it just sits in the corner. You have to pick it up, sweat with it, repeat.
Now, my favorite technique, shadowing. Ugh, this one is magic. It's like karaoke for your brain.
Yes, for anyone new, shadowing means you listen to a sentence in English and you repeat it immediately like an echo. Not just the words, but the rhythm, the tone, the music of the voice.
Let's do a quick demo right now. I'll say a line and you, the listener, repeat it exactly as I say it. Ready? I believe in myself. Say it again with me. I believe in myself. Feel how your mouth moves. Feel the confidence in that rhythm. That's shadowing.
And the beauty of shadowing is it doesn't just teach words, it teaches flow. You start sounding natural, not robotic. It's like dancing in English.
Exactly. Now, the third tool, immersion. This doesn't mean flying to London tomorrow. It means bringing English into your daily life. Change your phone settings to English. Watch your favorite show in English, no subtitles, or with subtitles in English only.
Yes, or put sticky notes on things around your house. Mirror, door, fridge. Suddenly your home becomes a mini English world. And here's the fun part. Your brain starts accepting English as normal,
not foreign.
When I was learning Spanish, I even started dreaming in it. Not because I lived in Spain, but because I flooded my environment with the language. That's the power of immersion.
And I'll add one more tool: record yourself. I know, it feels awkward at first, but when you record your own voice speaking English and play it back, you'll notice progress you never saw before.
So let's summarize. Apps are helpers, not bosses. Shadowing builds rhythm and flow. Immersion makes English your daily air. Recording shows you your growth.
And these tools aren't heavy textbooks. They're light, practical, and alive. And if you use them every day, even for 10 minutes, your brain will slowly, beautifully rewire.
Remember, fluency isn't about studying harder, it's about learning smarter with the right tools in your hands.
Let me tell you a secret. Most people don't quit English because it's too hard. They quit because they believe they're not good enough. They think every sentence must be perfect. Every word must be exact. And that perfectionism becomes a prison.
Yes. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall 50 times and we cheer for them. We don't say, "Oh no, you misstepped. Maybe walking isn't for you." No, we clap, we smile, we say, "Try again." But when we're adults, we punish ourselves for the same mistakes.
Exactly. I remember one of my students, a young woman from Brazil. She was so afraid of speaking because her grammar wasn't perfect. For months, she stayed silent. Then one day, she finally spoke a full sentence, imperfect, broken, but her eyes lit up. And you know what? Everyone understood her. That moment changed everything. She realized clarity matters more than perfection.
That story gives me chills. I had a student too, a man from Turkey. Every time he spoke, he apologized. "Sorry, my English is bad." One day I told him, "Stop saying sorry. Your English is not bad. It's alive. It's growing." And after that, his confidence shot up. And in 6 months, he was leading meetings in English.
See, progress is invisible sometimes. You don't notice it because you're inside the journey. But if you look back, even 6 months, you'll see how far you've walked.
Yes. So here's the mindset shift. Don't chase perfection. Chase connection. Don't measure yourself against native speakers. Measure yourself against your yesterday self.
If you made one more sentence today than yesterday, that's progress. If you listened 5 minutes longer, that's progress. Celebrate those small wins. They are bricks of fluency.
And remember, mistakes aren't failures. They're prints of growth. Every wrong word is proof that you're moving forward.
So, next time you feel stuck, whisper to yourself, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep going.
Because progress, not perfection, is what rewires the brain. And that's the mindset of every fluent speaker you admire.
Let's be honest, the hardest part of learning English isn't the grammar. It's not even the vocabulary. The hardest part is showing up every day. Because life is busy. You're tired after work. Kids need attention. Your phone keeps buzzing. And suddenly, English feels like the last thing you want to do.
Yes, and let's not pretend it's real. We all know that feeling. I remember coming home after a 10-hour shift and I wanted to study Spanish, but the only thing I wanted was Netflix and my couch. So what did I do? Nothing. For weeks. And then the guilt came. Jason, you're wasting time. You'll never get fluent. That cycle of guilt was heavier than the language itself.
Oh, I know that guilt. Many of my students come to me and say, Julia, I feel like I'll never make it because I can't stay consistent. And I tell them consistency isn't about being perfect every day. Consistency is about coming back even after you fall off.
Yes. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't need to brush for an hour to have healthy teeth. You just need 2 minutes twice a day. Same with English. You don't need 3 hours of study. You just need to keep touching it daily, even if it's only 5 minutes.
Exactly. 5 minutes is powerful. One podcast episode, one short YouTube clip, one journal entry. If you do that, you're rewiring your brain brick by brick.
And let me share a trick that saved me. I call it the tiny promise method. Instead of promising, I'll study 1 hour every day, I promised myself I'll do 5 minutes, just 5. And most days, after 5 minutes, I wanted to do more. But even when I didn't, I still won.
That's brilliant. And there's science behind it. The brain loves completion. When you check off a small task, dopamine is released, and that reward makes you want to come back again. So by lowering the bar, you actually make consistency easier.
Right. And here's another thing. Connect English to your existing life. If you're cooking, play a recipe video in English. If you're driving, listen to an audiobook in English. If you're texting, try sending one sentence in English. Then English doesn't feel like extra work. It becomes a natural part of your day.
Yes. One of my students told me she practices English while folding laundry. She just talks out loud, describing what she's doing. This is a white shirt. These are blue jeans. Simple, but powerful. And you know what? She improved her speaking fluency faster than people who studied textbooks for hours.
That reminds me of another student, a father of 2. He said to me, Jason, I have no time. My kids take all of it. And I told him, then use your kids. Read them bedtime stories in English. He tried it, and not only did his English grow, his kids started learning too.
That's beautiful. And it shows something important. Consistency doesn't always look like sitting at a desk with a notebook. Sometimes consistency is living your life through English.
Exactly. And when you feel tired or motivated, here's a secret. Don't wait for motivation. Motivation comes after action, not before. If you just start, open the app, write one sentence, say one word, your brain wakes up and says, oh, we're doing this.
Yes, waiting for motivation is like waiting for the weather to be perfect before leaving the house. You'll wait forever. But if you just take one small step, motivation follows.
So, let's give our listeners a challenge right now. If you're listening and you feel tired, just pause. Say one English sentence out loud. Anything. It could be, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm not giving up. That's it. That's consistency.
Beautiful. And remember, consistency isn't about never missing a day. It's about always coming back. Think of English like a close friend. You don't need to talk every hour, but if you keep in touch, the friendship stays strong.
And if you do fall off, and you will, don't punish yourself. Don't quit. Just come back tomorrow. The journey is long, but every step counts.
So when you feel busy, remember, English doesn't need your whole day. It just needs a little space in your heart and a little time in your day.
Because the truth is, consistency is love. If you love the journey, if you love the growth, you'll always find a way back.
We've walked through so much together. Why English feels hard, how habits form, daily practices, tools, mindset, and how to stay consistent even on your toughest days. But now it all comes down to one thing: action.
Yes, listening is beautiful, but change only happens when you move. So here's your simple action plan. Choose one practice you'll start today. Maybe it's journaling one sentence. Maybe it's shadowing a podcast for 5 minutes. Maybe it's listening while you cook. Just one. Then promise yourself you'll repeat it tomorrow and the day after. That's it. One step repeated becomes a path.
And please don't aim for perfection, aim for presence. If you miss a day, don't give up. Come back. If you stumble, don't quit. Stand again. Because the real victory isn't in never falling, it's in always rising.
So, my friend, as you step out of this session, tell yourself, I'm rewiring my brain. I'm building a new me. I am closer to fluency than I was yesterday.
We believe in you, truly. Your future self, the fluent you, is already waiting, and every word you practice brings you closer.
So go. Start small, stay consistent, and remember, you're not just learning English. You're building a voice that can open doors, create friendships, and change your life.
This is your time. This is your journey. And it begins now.